Researchers were noticing a far-off world when it accomplished something very odd. A dark opening of huge extent showed up before the eyes of the specialists. A never-before-seen flash of light sent the researchers into a state of disarray. No one truly realized what had occurred in the system SDSS J335 plus 0730. Right up to the present day, specialists are still quarreling over the responses. We may have seen the introduction of a cosmic focus. The strange world SDSS J335 plus 0730 was found during the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, and this peculiar infinite object immediately became a huge cosmic case. The Sky Survey project identified divine items, for example, systems, stars, and quasars, and assigned them explicit coordinates over a time of months. SDSS J335 plus 0730 became an official galactic planning project in 2000. Among the millions of universes the project has recorded, the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, or SDSS for short, soon drew extraordinary attention when it unexpectedly increased in brilliance in 2019. Initially, the world appeared dormant, so the specialists were all the more astounded by the sudden increase in activity. What had happened? Scientists suspect that the universe was activated by an event in which a supermassive black hole gobbled up matter. This intriguing constant observation of a cosmic arousing went down in the galactic history books because logically this case is totally extraordinary. The cosmic arousing of SDSS J335 plus 0730. Have you ever thought about how black holes are made? We know that withering stars can leave black holes, but these don't ordinarily form into cosmic focuses. The black holes at the center of worlds like SDSS J335 plus 0730 have a considerably more strange history. Despite the fact that we know a great deal, scientists still can't exactly describe how cosmic focuses or even whole worlds are really formed. The black holes at the center of nearly each known world are intriguing conditions for science and probably key components in astronomical advancement. Now, noticing the enlivening of such a center increasingly is one of the most intriguing logical instances of the last 10 years. Cosmic arousing describes an interesting peculiarity in which a previously tranquil world suddenly begins to strongly shine. This happens when the very massive black hole at the center of the system becomes active and gobbles up material. The matter is heated to incredibly high temperatures, emitting light in several frequencies and creating a striking, dependable glow. An interesting event not just for stargazers, but also for anyone witnessing this phenomenon. We usually envision black holes at the center of worlds as stopping in the universe, waiting for something to pass by that they can suck in. Even cosmologists suspected as much for quite a while. But now, something else entirely has been uncovered. Using the extremely large telescope of the European Southern Observatory, scientists were able to capture something else entirely of a black hole for the first time and study the events in detail. Black holes were one of the great mysteries of the universe for quite a while. Scientists considered them side effects, the remains of dead stars and something like non-spots in the universe. Wherever a black hole is situated in the fabric of the universe, essentially nothing exists. A black hole isn't black either, but essentially imperceptible. In reality, these peculiarities have mass and, surprisingly, astonishing weight. This weight makes them twist space-time, making them visible to us humans. It got really unusual when scientists figured out that there is an enormous black hole in nearly every cosmic center. Compared to ordinary heavenly remnants, which have a few hundred to 1,000 solar masses, black holes in cosmic centers are much bigger. The biggest among them have several million solar masses. The aspects of these beasts are therefore hard for us to appreciate. However, they are a general, regular reality. Even the events in our own universe are driven by an enormous black hole, and the black hole Sagittarius A** likely also controls the spiral shape of our Milky Way. Black holes at the center of worlds are not static hunters, lying in wait for matter. They are puzzling and dynamic objects. Toward the end of 2019, the system SDSS J335 plus 0730 suddenly began to shine brighter than ever before. The previously apparently dead universe had turned into a valid guide overhead, around 300 million light-years from us. Something happened that researchers could not make sense of. The galaxy in the Virgo cluster illuminated brightly, and at first, no one knew why. Could you imagine what it's like when something you thought was dormant suddenly begins to shine? That's basically what it was like for the researchers who saw this extraordinary cosmic event. It was a bit like the light suddenly entering a spooky place, and it would seem the spooky place was certainly not a spooky place at all. The analysts had been mistaken. The universe SDSS J335 plus 0730 was not dead after all. However, deeply dynamic. Maybe it had only been dormant. The dynamic cosmic core suddenly began to brightly shine after perhaps many long years of latency. In fact, SDSS J335 plus 0730 suddenly became so bright that its behavior went against all known dynamic cosmic cores. It's not typical, the researchers said, and they struggled to figure out what caused this flare. An extraordinary peculiarity in the universe stressed researchers. It tends to really stun. Researchers called the rare peculiarity in the universe phenomenal, and the first work of the analysts was to examine the data collected in the survey. They found that SDSS J335 plus 0730 had been emitting substantially more light in the ultraviolet, optical, and infrared frequencies since 2019. In February 2024, the universe began to produce extra X-ray radiation, making the peculiarity even more odd. Scientist Lorena Hernandez Garcia from the University of Valparaiso in Chile was the first researcher to offer an explanation for what could have happened. In her study, the astronomer revealed specific activity from a previously calm cosmic center. In plain language, this could imply that we are witnessing the birth of a massive black hole. Another theory is that the black hole at the center of the universe, which probably weighs several million times the mass of our sun, was simply lethargic and has now been stirred by a rare event. The sun-bright flare from the universe could be due to gas near the black hole. Imagine how an immense gas cloud suddenly floats past a lethargic but hungry black hole, like an enticing fragrance. Furthermore, this event suddenly activates the monster. Events like this are entrancing. Yet again, we need to accept how little we truly know about the many processes in our universe. Even our own Milky Way is still full of marvels, and every day scientists explore new phenomena and discover new objects and associations. Once again, the arousing of the cosmic center of SDSS J335 plus 0730 represents an outstanding event, as this process has never been seen before. Past examinations have shown evidence of dormant galaxies, and there are known cases in which a cosmic center has awakened again after long periods of inactivity. However, this time, for the very first time, the arousing of a black hole could be seen in real time. This system was thought to have been dormant for hundreds or even millennia. To rule out other explanations, researchers are continuing to scour the survey data. They want to be sure that this event is truly as novel as it appears. According to one alternative hypothesis, the peculiarity could also be connected to the destruction of a star. Such a star would have slowly fallen into the black hole's gravity. Initially, the event might have gone unnoticed, but as the star got increasingly close to the black hole, it was accelerated faster and faster. When the star crossed the so-called Roche limit, the black hole began to pull it apart and break it down into streams of gas. In the process, gas and plasma were heated to incredibly high temperatures, causing the black hole's environment to sparkle. This radiation is especially intense in X-ray and UV light, and can be detected by instruments like the Chandra telescope. The brilliant flare could, therefore, have been a sort of final heavenly flare, a last shine before the star was pulled into the event horizon of the black hole and vanished forever. Such stupendous tidal disruption events are fascinating, as only a few. Here is the text with proper punctuation. Explicit direction and vicinity can cause the obliteration of a star. Analysts should decide whether this is maybe the genuine key to the unprecedented arousing in SDSS J335 plus 0730, the biggest sky survey of all time. The study used to notice the world SDSS J335 plus 0730 is quite possibly one of the most thorough sky reviews ever conducted, utilizing cutting-edge instruments. This overview planned large numbers of universes, quasars, and other vast objects in incredible detail across immense areas of the sky. Consider projects like these as a grandiose registration, with each item noticed being painstakingly defined and studied. A mix of optical, infrared, and X-ray data is used to get the most complete and far-reaching view of the universe possible. Sky surveys like this are significant for tracking the distribution and movements of known objects in the universe. Not only are scientists noticing the elements of the discernible universe, but another intriguing part of this survey is its capacity to catch one-time events like the awakening of the black hole in this world. This study regularly monitors large regions of the sky over years, so that changes, such as the sudden eruption of dormant cosmic cores, can be caught live for the first time. Based on the data, specialists can find new peculiarities, refine existing speculations and galactic models, and make further speculations about our universe. The sheer amount of data gathered by the review is overwhelming. It contains billions of data points, which are processed with machines and special algorithms. Nowadays, computers can respond to the smallest inconsistencies and developments that a human could never notice. Such a study is much more than just an index of the universe. Projects like this are dynamic tools that provide astronomers with a direct connection to real-time events in the universe. We are seeing some events that occurred billions of years ago, whose signals are now reaching us progressively. The data is gathered with a 2.5-meter reflecting telescope situated at the Apache Point Observatory in New Mexico, in the United States. Currently, the biggest event of this sort is the Sloan Digital Sky Survey. On July 1st, 2023, another mission was launched that will surpass all previous sky surveys. The latest space telescope from the ESA has begun its mission and is placed directly in space. It will give us the most exact sky guide ever, with a 1.2-meter primary mirror and best-in-class close infrared spectroscopy and imaging. Euclid will scan the sky continuously for at least 6 years, giving us the most exact 3D map of the distribution of galaxies. Subscribe now and never miss another video again.